Cool. So we had picked the monk, the knight, and the lady scientist, right? And we were in a cave, and we were doing puzzles involving... see if I can get this cursor out of the way. Involving minecarts. I don't remember what the crux of the puzzle was. It may have been to get a bunch of ore over to a guy on the other side of the map. She has a button. Triggers don't do anything. Some of them have special powers they can do if they're standing in specific zones. Don't think this is one of the places that counts as that. Yeah, right. I'm sure you're happy to help with that one. The knight's thing is that he can ignore falling damage, which is pretty convenient. We didn't realize for a long time. We'll try to figure it out as a team. If someone does have a guess at what I should be doing, though, feel free to speak up. Happy for the tip. Maybe it involves putting multiple people into this thing? We'll try that. Or can only one person ride at a time? Maybe not. Let's see. I don't think I can switch them while this thing is going either. He died. Okay, alright. So that's what we need to do. We need to switch to the person who's on the track while it's moving down, presumably. There can only be one person in the track at a time. Keep going. There's a track switch up there, but I can't reach it. I don't think I can press any buttons or control her while she's going down the thing. I also don't think I can stack characters together at all. Yeah, I can't like get them to pick somebody else up, right? Maybe there's only a certain character who can reach it? Like, the monk has this limited telekinesis ability. Oh, you can't preload it? It's frustrating. I know the ARMS Global Test Fire is tomorrow. It's the Switch fighting game where you punch across a room, and it's like... You can pre-download it, but it's only going to be live for an hour, which is just a ridiculously small amount of time, I feel like. So he was able to press some things while he's in the thing. I have some control, but not enough. So if anyone has an idea for a way to solve this puzzle, the way this game is set up is there's 7 characters you can pick between at the beginning. You select 3, and then it's all set up so that regardless of what 3 characters you pick, there's always a viable solution to every puzzle in the game. Press like a grab button. I kind of envy you having not played Overwatch before, Leon. It's like definitely the best in the genre. It's what Blizzard does best of taking a good idea in Team Fortress 2 and making it perfect. I've played enough of it now that I kind of get the point and don't get as excited about playing it anymore. But for a while there, it was really exciting before I had like tried out all the characters. That's my approach to video games. I know there's people that have a ton of fun playing the same game at great length without the core experience changing too much. There's flames down here, water puddles. Does this go down to the switch maybe? Maybe the switch is something that I can physically access. Go back to the miner, he throws stuff at you. Thank you, Lisa. That's a good call.
I need all 3 of those mine cars back, you hear?
Destroyed can of corn.
I got plenty more dynamite where this came from.
Maybe we can use the shovel to reach the switch. I love the way he climbs the rope. That's funny. This game is really cool. It's such a neat... It's basically an adventure game, but it plays sort of like a platformer. Okay, so I think we already did this puzzle. Yeah, they are doing several 1-hour sessions for the arms test fire. Are you going to be playing that, Matt? I think it's tomorrow night, right? I might be able to do a little bit of that after the normal stream. I'll have to see what we've got scheduled. He throws stuff. You're probably right. We had another puzzle where we needed to use one of the things he threw at us to solve it. This way, right? Alright, now we're cooking with gas. Or the one Andrea always quotes in Futurama, the episode where they go to like the Egyptian-inspired planet and get made into slaves, and Bender like is unhappy with the work effort they're putting out. Now we're slaving. Ah, very good. Get out of the way. Yes, that was the correct answer. Da-na-na-na. Now we're slaving.
Here it is, my special empty mine car. The miner can't have enough empty mine cars.
Oh,
I still haven't placed...
Those mine cars meant the world to that old guy. Maybe a reward is in order, hmm?
The animation style in this game, I've seen it somewhere else in a movie or an old cartoon or something, and I cannot think of what it is. It's the characters... there's a reward that it's really heavy, so we can make this thing fall now. I think that's what it is. I just can't place what it was, though. Hooray!
Gold! Come back, gold!
The miner
Where
wasn't
have I
such a
seen
bad
that?
guy. He was down here a long time, and that'll take its toll. Obtaining the thing you desire most isn't always as hard as it's made out to be, but it will change you. And that, my friends, is what's hard.
That's the cave talking to us there. Oh, we got to keep the shovel. Interesting. Whoa! Look at the zone, all different. Actually do anything with these mushrooms? Excellent. Alright, so they're automatically catching up over there. Does this say everybody has to pull the switch at the same time type situation? You can probably have fun just playing in quick play and trying each character in turn. Nobody really takes quick play seriously, especially with it being a free weekend. That's fucking teamwork. Interesting. Huh. Drops as soon as someone moves away. To my knowledge, none of them can use their powers to hold it. Okay. Interesting. So can't science that. Can't science the gates. You go look for another solution. I don't know what we would do to hold this second switch down. That seems like fun. Bunch of corpses. Totally worth it. How do I interact with these? Do I need to have a specific character to be able to press that? And there's a button that sends you back up to the characters. That's convenient. Is that like the twin symbol? It's the two coffins. They're for each character, so I'd have to come back into the cave later with a different character to get that one, presumably, right? Gotcha. More similar switches. Oh shit. Oh, thank you, game. Appreciate that.
Ah, the zoo. Observe nature's wondrous and terrible beauty, safely imprisoned behind unbreakable steel bars.
Well,
You aren't getting away this time, beast.
This place is a nightmare. I hate zoos. No, I never liked zoos. Never.
did it actually take my other character? Dead. Interesting.
Beast Hunter Podcast, day 541. The Crystal Cave monster escaped again. She's still hungry, so I'm camped out near her favorite food. When I hear her shriek and roar, the hunt is on. Oh, blast. This worthless gizmo is out of batteries. Hey, who are you? Don't touch those hot dogs.
I wonder if the scientist counts as actually dead and you're forced to switch characters partway through the playthrough. That's kind of cool. If so.
Hey, who are you? Don't touch those hot dogs.
Don't actually touch the hot dogs. Good to know. Hey, bring him down here. Maybe not have him fall to his death. Brilliant. Electric eels we can't do anything about, to my knowledge, at the moment. Excuse me. Thank you. Lack of grace. Alright, so just to remind ourselves, a single step, the young apprentice, lack of balance, lack of something, lack of grace. Looks like we missed one from earlier. Gotcha. That's 100%ing the game, is finding all those things. There's one we missed earlier. It was a big bummer. Hey! Oh, she's not actually dead.
Oh, look, she's safe after all. Surely there are no limits to the charity and altruism this pair can bring to the world now that they've been reunited.
Oops. Now, if their power is going to work to do something, you'll see that it's working right away, right? Like, her red science indicator, like the equations will look different, presumably. If it's actually in the process of doing something. Or the monk's telekinesis will connect to another object immediately. Gotcha. What's in this box? Yeah, that makes sense, Sornus. Such a cool concept for a game, though. Wait. Okay, so I can't get on the other side. Maybe that's what I need to do to get him across the other side, though. Batteryless tape recorder. I think he's enabling it so that the knight can get through and I don't have to do the puzzle normally. be true, but I can't get up here by other means, can I? I don't have any way to, like, climb up. That's just opening that door, right? Yeah. Interesting. To my knowledge, there's no other way down there. We were just using this to be able to jump up somewhere. Ah, fancy. Let's get the other character over, probably. Ah, I see. Gotcha. Okay, hers is green because she's the scientist. She's just able to permanently open that door. And then this lever probably lifts the person down there up. No, that opens the door as well. But you don't have to hold someone there that time. I understand. Clever, clever. That was one where, unfortunately, we had 2 party members that could cheese that. So we weren't going to do it the intended way no matter what, right? I guess probably the goal is to just get everyone back over on this side. Is there anything else interesting over here? I don't really think so. Well, there's the science. Let me get her back up if we can. Yeah, so that's a fall. It's meant to be a one-way path. I understand. I'm trying to get the band back together. I'm going to try to go get the scientist story real quick. And I think that there's a place to get the night story over on this side as well. Yeah. Scientists. Here we go. Top prize in science. Theoretical research. Question mark. Discovery. Unlimited power. Top prize in science. She's talking to a business person, though, which is interesting. Dead robot.
Ah, these 3. I had high hopes when they first arrived, but you'd be surprised how useless a clown can be in a high-pressure life-and-death situation.
It's a clown, a pirate, and what's the other thing? I wonder if that's an intentional... Clown, a pirate, and a robot. Okay. I guess just the joke is that, like, it's the cave and there's these 7 protagonists of varying backgrounds. So these are, like, the rejects where you can't possibly solve the puzzles with a clown, a robot, and a pirate. It's funny. Is any more deep of a reference than that? So we're going to throw us across. And we need the monk to open that door down. Right, immunity to falling damage. Oh yeah, this guy was like a squire who's pretending to be a knight. Peasant boy, knight dies, takes his armor, pretends to be a knight. Pretends not to see when people are being bad. Fake hero arrives. So we might actually get the knight's whole story. Although, actually, we all want to go down this way, right? How can I get everyone to come back is the question now. I can get 2 people to go back. But not everybody. Right? Maybe if I'm really fast. This will give me more room to just run for it once I let go. Alright. First try. Totally deserved. Alright. Jump. Jump? No sumo wrestling, no pianos. Huh. I thought just getting the 3 of them here would be enough weight. Maybe there's something heavier we need to drop that's available above it. Let's see. Previously we weren't able to have 3 characters here, right? I don't think we can get that thing to drop down. Yeah, sure, I'll take a hint. Sure is not something that I'm doing slightly wrong. I think this game could have been made in Little Big Planet. Really, really complicated Little Big Planet level. Yeah, no hot dogs.
Are you hard of hearing? Get out of here.
You don't know me? What else did she say other than not letting me get to the hot dogs? She needs a battery for the tape recorder, that was it. This battery is dead, so we have to charge it.
Pro tip, that battery probably needs a charge. Its owner hasn't had much chance to maintain it recently.
Okay, good call, thank you. That'll get the monster to run out onto the block and fall down, and then we can progress. Batteryless tape recorder, battery, probably need to charge it with the electric eels, I'm guessing. 'Cause that's how that shit works. That appeared to have worked.
It looks like that battery is all charged up now.
Perfect. Doesn't actually kill you. That's very cute. Get them to replace each other. How do I put one in the other, though, is the question. There we go. Did I record that automatically? Or not really? Getting him back over is gonna suck. Can I, like, warp him back? That little shortcut button? Let's see if it lets me do it. Oh, tape recorder recording. I see, well, it's on the ground. Understood. Convenient. Okay, that should have worked in theory. Thank you for the tip, Lisa. I would have been stuck on that.
Well, whatever else happens down here, our heroes could always consider careers as nature documentarians.
I'll try to pay better attention to NPCs, since it doesn't sound like they repeat dialogue in this one.
It's the beast! And I am here without a camera crew to document my triumph! Oh, no matter. Valor waits for no woman.
I can't place where that animation style's from. Some cartoon that I've seen.
All of that for a Frankfurter. Well, at least it's kosher.
Get a bunch of hot dogs. Kosher hot dogs are superior to non-kosher hot dogs. Beef hot dogs are where it's at. Make sure she's ready to fall down here. Hot dogs. Farmer hot dogs. Come on, you're fine. Okay, I thought I needed all of us standing on there with him too. That makes sense.
This has gone on long enough.
Good job.
I suppose it's true what they say. If you want to make an omelet, you have to consign the last member of an ancient species to oblivion while destroying someone else's lifelong dreams and desires.
Oh, this game.
I know what you're thinking. I've tried to keep the cave a nuclear-free zone, but I don't have control over the darkness that lurks in the hearts of those who venture down here. Worry not. Someone would have to do something pretty stupid and careless to launch that thing. Yeah, I'm not buying that either.
So we're probably going to get scientist backstory here, I'm guessing. Hey, Grog. Tim Schafer, you goof.
Clearly, this is a dead end. We might be spared nuclear Armageddon simply because someone forgot to put in a door. Let's hope laziness and apathy take over, and they leave the way they came in.
I love the cave narrator. Can't go up that way. I think that looks different now, though. It said leave the way they came in, but you go back the way you came in and nothing happens, so... Explore in further with her here. Jumpy, jumpy, jump.
Props where props are due. Like most vending machines, that one was protected by a 256-bit RSA symmetric key.
I think asking why is there X in the
Scientists
cave
certainly built up some
means you've missed this whole game.
Which, as I'm sure we're all about to find out, are not always used for good.
Everything in the
There's
cave
not much we can
is-
do now but sit back and watch the fireworks. And by fireworks, I mean a near instantaneous release of energy from a high-speed nuclear chain reaction of highly enriched weapons-grade uranium.
The cave is not connected to reality in any way. We've been in a zoo in the cave, we've been in a nuclear weapons laboratory, we've been in a medieval castle with a dragon, probably reflections of the characters that are in it, but there's definitely not like some recurrent story that would explain that. Fake hero flees. Yeah, or Lisa's answer, because can't science a fuse into an empty fuse box, unfortunately. There's a fuse down there that we could use. This is going to go wonderfully for everyone involved. Do you want to go see if I can get to the monk upgrade thing up here? Unlock. I don't know how I get up there though. I didn't notice a path to it. Maybe it's after we launch this thing. The music here implies everything's going to end well for me, right? Don't think I'm able to just jump into those rooms. Maybe it's possible. 3 keyholes. Perfect. What can she do with this computer?
System override. Lower blast door is now open.
Perfect.
So she got that blast door open without causing wanton havoc and senseless destruction after all. I might have misjudged her.
Cannot. Oh, I can jump. Okay. But not in a way that lets me go to a new place.
Missile launch systems engaged. Missile boosters engaged. Insert warhead to commence launch. Insert guidance system to commence launch.
Guidance system, warhead. Okay.
Intruder!
I fear nuclear missiles are like potato chips to her. She can't launch just one.
This area is restricted.
Going out well for the scientist. Now, would I have gotten this area if I wasn't playing as the scientist when I reach this section, or is this only spawning because I have the scientist in my group, like what happened with the night level earlier? Administrator's journal. Oh, geez. Huh. Okay. Let me take a picture of that. This reminds me of a sequence in Life is Strange where there's a bunch of things that could be passwords everywhere. Take a screenshot.
Insert guidance system to commence launch.
HVAC control switch. Interesting. Left versus right, huh? Don't yet know why that matters.
Danger. Security safeguards have been overridden.
Monday, 1626. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Insert warhead to commence launch.
Intruder, stay away from the console.
Sorry. Oh, did he stop what I just did?
Insert
Maybe just
warhead to commence launch. Insert warhead
I'm
to
trying to take the
commence
warhead out of
launch.
the missile.
Okay, so he's stopping what I'm doing right now. So I need another character to do something to him so he can't block me. Try that later. Break room, presumably. Monday, steak and fries. Tuesday, beef stew. Wednesday, fried chicken. Thursday, schnitzel. Friday, chicken Kiev. Saturday, pho. Sunday, it's blank. Mr. Pickles is missing. Silo baseball. That's actually not that inaccurate. Everything in Los Alamos is like TA technical areas. So you'll be like, where were you working? TA 13? Oh yeah, TA 13. Like what does that mean? Stop eating all the bananas. Willing to swap plutonium replacement detail for tear gas refilling. Let me know Thursday.
Upper
I took a screenshot of that too, so I'm sure it's going to come up.
Hatch disengaged at T-27.
Game machine. That's cool. More hot dogs. I don't think I need any hot dogs on this. Okay, so I changed the AC in this room. What does that accomplish?
Attention. Tomorrow is Bring Your Kid to Work Day.
That might actually be important. Tomorrow's Bring Your Kid to Work Day. That might tell us what today is. It doesn't appear to do anything just yet.
Insert guidance system to commence launch.
Just for funsies. Send everybody else around before we begin moving characters with us here. Code entry button. So if my theory is correct, let me go get this science unlock first. Multitude of offers. Okay, yeah. All these businesses courting her. Gotcha.
Insert guidance system to commence launch.
My guess then is that it's Saturday if tomorrow's Bring Your Kid to Work Day. So that's 3563.
Incorrect code. Intrusion detected. Master entry code resetting.
Okay, gotcha. So we'll have to find a different answer. It's the sign that makes things slip, because that would be funny. Yeah, it would be pretty great.
Warning. Overflow in death toll calculation register A3.
Don't touch that.
Warhead installed.
Clever. He had a key. Let me get some of these other guys to come get the key really quick. Trade it out for a hot dog.
Auxiliary flame suppression pool is empty.
Yeah, exactly. This is a really cool game. Tim Schafer's a genius. So I left a key down here, and we'll see if I needed it.
Insert guidance system to commence launch.
I'm not sure what's meant to be in that room. Guidance system. Great game. Great game. I think the lab tech is dead, yeah.
Danger.
The
Security safeguards
story
have
with the
been
princess and the
overridden.
dragon and the knight was pretty dark too. Today's special fried chicken. Okay, so today's special is fried chicken. That's Wednesday, so it actually should have been. Let's see, 0793. Assuming that thing doesn't change over time. Try to get him down here.
Missile-based security compromised.
151.
Stop! Intruder!
Oh, I see. This is where we use the AC
Stop,
against him.
or I'll shoot!
Caution. Slippery when wet.
Whomp. way. That was the AC room. It's funny.
Global target acquisition phase complete.
Yeah, really good puzzles. I like the setting. Lack of harmony. Lack of balance, lack of something, lack of grace, lack of harmony. Not qualified to be a monk, basically. What do do with a single solitary fruit?
Missile-based security compromised.
So now we know that it's Thursday, so it should be 115. Right? Because that's fried chicken day. Oh, it's Wednesday, actually. 0793.
Intruder detected. Incorrect code.
Really?
Intrusion detected. Master entry code resetting.
Wonder what it does when you reset that. See you, Game Saucer. See you next time. Fried chicken's definitely Wednesday. Please stop answering the emergency phone in a fake Russian accent. So it should be 0793, but it keeps getting reset. I don't know if resetting it moves the day forward or something. Maybe the reset changes the bulletin board. I'm gonna take a look. And Marty's over here begging for food. He's so hungry. He's never eaten before. Haven't been able to get past that guy yet. We probably need to get something to go through HVAC. See if the numbers have changed on the terminal here. Okay, so the numbers changed. So it's 1607 is the answer. Gotcha.
Intruder detected.
Oops. 1607.
Code accepted. The door is now open.
Knockout gas. Oh, so we need to put that in the HVAC system. I understand. Gotcha.
Priority alert. When the toilet paper roll is empty, please replace it with a new one.
Stop! Intruder!
It's not the solution. Try going in the room while we've got the monk in the other HVAC room that can
Would you like
switch
to
the
hear a
direction it's
song?
going. Perfect. You gotta remember, sometimes you have to drop items to progress. That's how that works. Gotcha. Okay, so now we have access to all of the keys. You go back and get the one that was down another step here. Left one in
Missile
here.
coolant stable at -14 Celsius.
He's good with a key. She's good with a key. I don't remember where I left the final key. It may have been in the basement. I'll go grab it in a second. Oops. Don't get crushed by the elevator. This is going to end well for everyone involved.
To commence launch.
Making sure there's not one over here. I'm curious what the fruit would be for. I didn't use any special character abilities for any of this. That's 2.
Intruder detected.
Back downstairs. Oh, that's the last key. Right. Hey, it's a monkey.
Attention. Tomorrow is Bring Your Kid to Work Day.
It's cute. Probably wants a banana, right? Although I don't know what I'd use him for. Maybe he's an alternate way to deal with the slippery guy. Astronaut chimp.
Priority alert.
My, they're not
When
doing
the
what
toilet
it
paper
looks
roll
like
is
they're
empty,
doing, are they?
please replace it with a new one. Insert guidance system to commence launch.
Right, still need the guidance system. Okay. You go down and probably the chimp is going to help me get that. So I'm going to go down to the fruit basket and see if I can keep pulling fruit out of it until I get a banana is my new guess of what we need to do next. Keep going down. There we go.
Danger. Security safeguards have been overridden.
Bananas. Up another level, that's right.
Missile coolant stable at -14 Celsius.
Hey, I got bananas. What is that changing, if anything? I love the astronaut
Insert
chimp ladies on
guidance
the wall
system
there.
to
It's
commence
perfect.
launch.
Does he just follow me now? Ah, he just follows me now. Is he the guidance system? That would be funny. Ah, maybe not.
Insert guidance system to commence launch.
He is the guidance system. That's funny. Alright. How do I get him back down here then? Come on. Still have that wet floor sign. Come on. You not know I'm here?
Missile base security compromised.
Come on. Am I on the right track here? Do I need to get the monkey to follow me? He doesn't seem to want to move down. I can't press any buttons to get him to go. It's as far forward as I'm able to get him to go, it looks like.
Computer core memory
Wait, here we go.
diagnostic is complete.
Come on. You know you want to come down here? There we go.
Insert guidance system to commence launch.
I love the
Guidance system
salute there. That was
installed.
perfect.
Missile is ready
Cool. See
for
how he sits.
launch. Insert and turn launch keys.
This is basically Monday through Friday for Andrea.
Launch key engaged. Launch key engaged. All systems go. Launch in T-minus 5, 4, 3. Booster harness decoupled. 1. Nuclear missile launch commenced. Estimated death toll is 100 million, with an error margin of 2 million. Please wash hands after launching missile.
Cool. But what exactly has that accomplished for us now? I feel like that's just straight up bad for everyone involved. I got I see. Maybe the missile being there was blocking us from progressing further down.
What we just witnessed may seem like horrific and pointless destruction. But if you step back and take in the big picture, you will surely see that the lives of 100 million people pale in comparison to being able to spelunk a little further. What's done is done.
We got an achievement, learn to stop worrying. It's funny. What's done is done. It's like the creepy cave in Oxenfree. I probably could have just sent one person forward to drop down. I think they all join you when you do. Door of enlightenment will be opened by one true master. The monk? Is he not a master? Interesting. Such a good movie. I think it's my favorite Kubrick movie. To remind at peace, the lightest of things can be the heaviest. This is probably the monk level, I'm guessing. Cool long build there. This is a really pretty stage.
We are now approaching the misty, snow-capped peaks the monk desires to call home. A sequestered haven of austerity and mental rigor, where entire lives are spent in the pursuit of becoming one with the world. Of course, our telekinetically inclined friend is not quite so ambitious. He'll be happy enough simply being the one in charge.
Hey,
no
perfect.
matter what it takes.
Throat singing.
Welcome, young apprentice. You have come far, yet your mind is not at peace. To achieve enlightenment, you must pass the 4 trials of Zenness.
Zenness.
And begin your journey. Do not let your opinion of yourself grow too great. Remember this always. A single feather outweighs all mankind.
Cool. So we can probably
Isaac
use
Newton
that
was
to...
down here once. I'm pretty sure he would call that scientifically inaccurate. That was quite a climb just to grab a feather and turn right back around. I think it's a Zen thing. You know, the journey to enlightenment is more arduous than any mountain path. That sort of crap. Mountain paths are still pretty arduous, though.
Oh, the writing in this segment's great. It was really good in the night level too, with the princess and the dragon. Maybe that wasn't the scientist level we were doing earlier. Oh, I can actually drop it here. Maybe I need to drop it and then, like... I see. Awesome. He just pulls it to himself. You can't set it down here. I thought I was just going to set the feather on this thing and that would be enough for it to break. Interesting. Still not a master. The dialogue did make it seem like we were supposed to turn back immediately and use this, though, so... We'll see if it requires the allies as well. Nope. Oh, there it is. Alright.
Our enlightenment-seeking trio has completed the first trial of Zenness, which I'm fairly confident is not actually a word. I'm a bit behind the technological curve down here. You know, no spell check.
Lotus blossoms. Patient thoughts are as petals scattered to the winds. Be patient when I don't hear the winds chiming, I'm guessing. It's clever. Shit, it's pretty close. I think these are the best parts of the game here, the character-specific puzzles. Okay, I can't run either. The sound is out of phase with the actual wind now, unfortunately. There's a bit of a tell when the wind chimes are about to go. Aww. So close. Can I just close the window? I feel like that's kind of beside the point of the experiment. There's some cool window wind puzzles like this in Tomb Raider 2013. Sort of monastery type environment. Looks like I get an opportunity to close the window once I get close so that I don't lose it. Let's try that. Almost back in phase with the sound effect. I like that he default faces the other way during this.
The monk has completed the second trial of Zenness. He seems to be tackling these challenges in good faith and the proper spirit of calm. Of course, still waters run deep and very, very dark.
An ordered mind seeks equilibrium in all things. A sloppy mind just uses the internet. Monkpuzzle.com. Huh. That's pretty funny. Third trial of Zenness. Acquire the 7-gallon vessel, make it full. Pour the 7... Okay, it's this puzzle. Pour the 7-gallon vessel into the 4-gallon vessel. Acquire the 4-gallon... Oh, this is just giving you how to solve it if you want to cheat, I guess. 6 gallons of water, scale pedestal. 4-gallon jug, a 7-gallon jug. I wonder why they let you cheat. That's a pretty classic puzzle. Alright, so we do 7 first. Pour that into the 4. That means we've got 3 and 4. And we gotta dump 3. That's funny. Dump it. How do I dump it? It's here that I dump it? Drainage. So then we put what's left in the 7, right? So there's 3 gallons of water that can go in here now. Okay. And we can fill it again and pour what we can into the 3 gallons. This is such a classic puzzle. It's like in Die Hard 3, several video games. I think it was in Knights of the Old Republic 1. Let's see, we got 4 gallons and 4 gallons, 6 gallons. So how do I get it back down to 2? We fill it one more time. Oh, this one has 6 over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Let it be known that the cave does not approve of using external sources to circumvent official tests of skill and intellect. So I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt on this one. In any case, that's trial number 3 complete, technically.
Rising anger. Lack of balance, lack of something, lack of grace, lack of harmony, rising anger. Something happens in the end. That was cool though. Path of life and his journey of peace and stillness of the mind. This is like a segment in Earthbound. Couple segments in Earthbound, actually. It's we have to do what I expect we have to do here. We might need everybody here, though. It's funny that Die Hard popularized the puzzle, right? Did you know that that movie wasn't even supposed to be a Die Hard movie? It was a separate script that they were selling called Simon Says. Hence why the main character's name is Simon. Although they, made him Simon Gruber and pasted Die Hard stuff onto it because they couldn't get the script to work otherwise. Sort of like how Star Fox Adventures is an unrelated game called Dino Planet with Star Fox pasted on top of it, and Mario 2 is Doki Doki Panic. I was surprised they didn't make it stand around longer there. Interesting. Object of desire. I see where they're going with this. Clever, clever. Mechanics for storytelling. You want that science thing. Okay. I thought that was going to be a trick, but if it's a legit science upgrade, wouldn't it be funny if it's not a real upgrade? Like, it's just there to fuck with you? Because, like, you've got these objects of desire that are really easy to avoid, and then there's a rope, and you're like, oh, it's a game mechanic, right? It's a thing I need to unlock. I would be so happy if it's fake. To get at what a gamer really wants. That's very fourth wall breaky, borderline. Succumbing to greed. Interesting. So rather than give her prize to the people, she sells it to a company. Interesting. Maybe we'll get everyone on there later too, we'll see. It's too bad that that was real. I would have liked that better if you get up there and it, like, the voice actor for the cave said that you succumb to an object of desire, right? Oh, we're supposed to all go through that side passage. Alright. I thought there was a thing that was further up. Well, it's a bummer. We've got time to switch to everyone. I guess if it's the ultimate destination, then it makes sense to have an upgrade there. Man, would that have been cool if it had been a trick on the side. Monkpuzzle.com. There we go. Teamwork. Maybe that thing doesn't disappear until it gets to a certain height. I thought maybe it would disappear if we moved it all because of the clue about having to be still. You're not standing in the right area, maybe? What am I doing wrong here? I'm willing to accept a tip. I figured it was just going to be a wait to get on top of this thing. Nothing else for me to interact with, though. Rising the thing higher up doesn't get us anything, as far as I can tell. Do I need to bring all those objects of desire with me? I'm supposed to grab all of them? Alright. It seems contrary to what I thought the puzzle was about. That's okay. lose all the objects along the way. Probably should have given him the sword. Lost Vikings, you mean? Great game. Wish Blizzard would make another one. Launch it on Battle.net and everything. It's one of my favorite all-time Blizzard games. The sequel was pretty good too. They lose all of their objects of desire when they get up here. So I just have to be super fast with it or something? Shit. I guess I can use the monk's psychic powers to hold him up with us. Don't have other heavy stuff to my knowledge. And I don't think I can get them to climb that thing fast enough so that they're all up there in time. Maybe it's only the monk who's allowed to bring them over or something. Try one more time and see if they're still up here. I just want to see if it's even possible for me to get up there with the thing. I can't slow this down at all, to my knowledge. I'm like super slow climbing this thing. I can't set it down, it looks like. It's going to just disappear as soon as all of the carpets disappear. Is this a dexterity test? Am I supposed to pick up all three of them and then get over there as fast as I possibly can? Or am I just doing something wrong? I can keep attempting it, but... I just have to be fast here? Okay. Funny, it's like what you have to do in this one is the opposite of what the clue tells you to do. It took me like stay still and don't be tempted. Quick. Yeah, I don't think that's possible. I was doing that pretty aggressively. There's not another item I need to bring over here to increase our weight. I guess maybe I can go back and get the feather. It's the same puzzle solution as before. Because I was still able to bring the feather with me, that might be the solution instead. I might Google it here in a second. There's the feather. That won't disappear. And that's more in tune with what I thought the puzzle was going to be. In fact, the solution. It's not so much that you have to leave the feather alone on the bridge, it's that you need to have all these items together. I've tried riding it to the top without moving, and it disappears when it gets up to a certain level no matter what. It always disappears right there, even though there's an opening up top. That was it. It was the Embrace Impermanence letter. Was using the feather. Although, was that just a bonus objective? Huh, because nothing actually happened as a result. What does this say? Achievement unlocked. Broke bridges. Huh. I swear the very first thing I ever did with this thing was to just stand still on it the whole time. Maybe I moved slightly with a character, or like switched control of a character, and that's what made it fall. So you have to kill yourself to respawn. I see. Is there an achievement for beating this without dying ever? Okay, don't move. Let's see what happens this time. Set the controller down. This happens in video games sometimes, right? One I keep bringing up is Metroid Prime 1, like, had to shoot a missile at a grate. I shot it like a pixel to the left of the grate, and then just ruled that out as the potential solution for all of my following attempts. I'm like, well, I shot at it, it didn't work. Maybe it's just that the monk has to be in the center.
Desires can seem so real, so crucial, can't they? But in the end, just like everything else, their glimmer fades. Surely the most worthwhile goal is acceptance of one's place in the universe.
That is the better solution. I don't know what I did wrong the
Zen
first
guys are
time.
rubbing off on me. That's all 4 trials. Enjoy the fruits of enlightenment.
I think what happened was I like pressed the button to switch characters while it was raising it, and it counted that character as having moved. That's why it didn't work. Hey Tessa, how you doing? How is your Thursday treating you? Meditation statue. Can I move it? Put something on it, maybe? No? Only in meditation is one gain the fullest view of the world. Oh, I see. Zooms out. That's a cool use of the camera for design space, right? You don't often think of that mattering. I wonder if he still counts as meditating right now. If we pull over here. Right. So now I know that this is over here from meditating earlier. That's pretty brilliant.
Remember this, apprentice. Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts.
If there's any more zooming out I can do that's productive.
All
Clever.
worldly pursuits have but one inevitable end: destruction.
This is a really cool stage. I like that this game is able to manage being like very goofy and kind of serious sometimes. It's a hard tightrope to walk. Dragon attacks. He flees from the real battle, but he sees the real dragon. I wonder what's going to happen in the end. monk. Guess we'll bring the feather with us just in case. I think the weather has changed outside too, which is cool. When you do multiple playthroughs of this to try to check out all the different character stories, does it go any faster when you've already played it before? Or do the puzzles change significantly when you have different groups of characters? I think this would be a fun one to try to do all the different paths at some point, probably off stream. I might play this with Andrea. I think it's up her alley. So the monk should be prepared now, I think. You have to open the door at the bottom. Die from falling damage here. There we go. Oh, maybe we still need to go talk to the boss. Alright, can I warp back? Oops. Nope. Climb back up the long way. I'll go talk to the master at the top and see if he changes something that'll let us open that door. Here we go. This is a game called The Cave from Tim Schafer. It's like an adventure game that's kind of merged with a platformer. Puzzle platformer. Pick from a set of 7 characters. You get to select 3 of them. And then the game is still solvable regardless of which 3 characters you select, which is really, really cool. That's the prayer flags. Talk to the master.
I see you understand what it is to be at peace with yourself. But be warned, a true Zen master is also at peace with the world.
This is going to hurt.
Hey!
I don't think that's the orthodox method for obtaining this particular position in the temple. But what do I know? I never passed comparative religion.
Grand Theft Karma, right? It's cool. I got an achievement called Grand Theft Karma when he fell and died. That's kind of awesome. Good old-fashioned murder. What a solution. I wonder if that permanently changes the appearance of this character now. Event flag hype. Now, is the level layout significantly different when you bring in different characters? Like, I assume you wouldn't get to the monk level at all if you didn't bring the monk with you, but I guess there's certain parts of the cave that are generic and other ones that are tailored to your party setup. A richer source. Looks like Dr. Strangelove. That seems bad. She shouldn't be doing that. Lisa, did you guys ever play Psychonauts? It's also Tim Schafer. Also can be pretty dark. Good game. Big cave.
Hey, anyone know any sea shanties?
You should check it out. It's on PlayStation Network.
99 bottles of beer. Oh, that's more a bar song than a sea shanty. Ooh,
Fairly
I got
short,
one.
too.
99 bottles of rum on the wall, 99 bottles of rum.
Yeah. It's because of Earthbound. The number of sharks in the background is getting... increasingly more intense. Same creator as The Cave, same style of humor.
Rescued.
A lot of the same voice
Shut up.
actors.
After years on this blasted island,
In fact, this guy's one of the main characters.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm going to go collect my stuff and get my beloved dog Spanky so we can skedaddle.
Beloved dog.
Shut up.
Well, from stuck in a cave to marooned on an island stuck in a cave, things aren't exactly looking up for our friends now, are they?
I don't know, man. The Marooned on an Island Shrine was the best
No,
one in
they're
Breath of the
not.
Wild. You guys should play it. It's super short. You can probably beat it in like 15 hours. It's a collectathon like Banjo-Kazooie. But if you like the writing of The Cave, you would really like Psychonauts, I think.
Night to C6. Bottle of rum. 3-hour tour.
3-hour tour. Straight pipe. Let me try to get that scientist upgrade down here unlocked. I think it's the last one for her, too. Take us a while to get over there, I think. Let's go up first.
Nice move. Who's a good dog?
Now, that's where part of the pipes go.
When you get that boat of yours to the other side of the island, give me a shout. I'll join you for the big rescue.
Big rescue.
Shut up.
I'm not sure how to break it to that adorable old hermit, but their boat only seats 3 people. Might I suggest to our 3 friends that they move the boat across the island very quietly? Shut up!
Dream unfulfilled. He does not get to graduate as a monk. Oh, that's the end of the story. He's a failed monk the whole time. And then in the game, he, like, you know, gets to succeed, but it's only through murder. That's fantastic. It's like the knight getting the princess eaten earlier.
F7. After years on this blasted island, I can finally leave.
Finally leave.
Shut up.
Shut up.
I wonder if the dog is ranked.
Two kinds of pipe right now. I haven't seen any other ones. I don't know if this is where they want me to drop them. That doesn't look like it. Here, maybe? Possibly with the knight, because he's immune to fall damage. Might be a way of cheesing this. Like, there's all these puzzles that can be solved the legit way, and then each character has a way of cheesing them. Oops. No, I think we need that to be the cross one, right? So let me go all the way back around. The curiosity, if I press the warp button, where does it take me? Not far. Not actually entirely clear how the warp button works. I thought it was like the bubble in what's the word? New Super Mario Brothers U. It just took you back to your party members. It might take you back to like the last solid ground you're on.
Polly wants
A way to
a
keep you
bratwurst.
from getting stuck in some way. So we need the cross pipe. Let's have her drop it off here. Jump. That should work. I mean, we'd rather it be an angle pipe, right? Okay, first step for now, I guess. So it's possible that it doesn't work at all with that particular pipe. Let's see if there's another one off in the distance here. I wouldn't be able to reach anything over there. I might be able to do some sort of shenanigan with, well, if I have a straight pipe, then it'll fill this area with water, and then she can drop down without dying, maybe? I'm not sure about that, though. Ah, here's where that pipe goes, okay. Getting there. Pipe socket. Pipe socket. There's the one I needed over in this corner. Now we're slaving. Exactly. Will you save us? Oh, and that's his last one. And we know from the story that he doesn't. Come on. Dude. There we go. That's one where, like, Bender's like... They keep counting 1, 2, 3, pull! And Bender's like, do we have to count to 3? Can we count to 1? Or better yet, 1/2? Good idea, slave. 1/2 pull. 1/2 pull. Now we're slaving. Yeah. So their puzzle was the end of their story, basically. From the options that we read there, is that right? So they can join us now. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the straight pipe. Because at the time when I finished his story with the dragon and the princess, I was only like 2 steps of the way into the little concept art backstory items. It makes sense for the monk, too, that he failed to be enlightened, so he wins by murdering his master. One more pipe we should be able to fill out down here. I'm actually curious how we get down here without the knight. Since the whole reason the knight works is because we have the immunity to fall damage. There must be some other shenanigan. Okay, so I can't climb up there. I'm guessing there's a character that can like grab onto those hook things. That I don't have in my party right now. Can't use his power underwater. There's nowhere else to use my powers here as far as I can tell. Could try placing that with the straight one. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, will he not remove the L-shaped pipe? Okay, so that's the only pipe that's supposed to go in there. Roger. Let me get her last upgrade here. Military is unlimited budget. Uh-huh. Okay. Working with the evil guy. Alright. So was the level that we did with the nuke launch, that was the scientist level, right? I couldn't quite tell because they didn't... The cave guy wasn't commenting about the scientist as clearly as he was about the monk or the knight in their stories. But it had a bunch of computers that no other character could have opened, so I don't see who else it could be. That's gonna end well for all of us. Which character is the Ankh? Oh, that's cute. So So someone can... Let's see, let me bring the other characters over here real quick. So I can't get out of here. There's a time traveler, a hillbilly, the twins, and who's the fourth character that I'm forgetting? Down this way. Okay. Interesting. What does that do? I don't know, but that's funny. Oh, it must just be a way to get them over. Gotcha. Gotcha. Interesting. Because we still need to get the boat over to this side of the island, right? That's the problem. What's down here? Box of crackers, can of corn. We probably need that for the parrot, because we have to distract the guy while we bring the boat over, right? That was the solution. And this is a way for us to get back up here. I understand. So we have to travel along the bottom. I'm just curious if there's anything along the bottom here that's important. Didn't check it out. This is such a cool game. I really enjoy it. Explosive barrels. Probably to bust that so that the water drains so that we can move something across it later. Can't do anything with the lava. That would just be bad for everybody involved. Go grab the can of corn. Is there anything over to the left this way? The other side of that. The Adventurer. The Adventurer was the Amelia Earhart looking character. Is that right? So I don't know what this does. Okay, so we can hold that open. Might be that you need to pull both of them to open the door with the explosives at the bottom. Needs to test that theory. Oh, awesome. For paramedic training, right? Jahan, EMT? Good night. Sleep well. Huh. Maybe there's a third pirate flag elsewhere on the island. I seem to remember seeing one closer to the front of the island. Let me try sending the knight out in that direction. Cool. Tell him congratulations from us. Super awesome. Give his bird corn.
I sure wish I could remember why I came here in the first place. After years on
He's
this
not a
blasted island,
Game of Thrones.
I can finally leave.
Finally leave. Shut up.
There we go. Now we're slaving. Don't yet know is how we actually blow these up or what the purpose of that femur is. I don't have any characters who are pyrokinetic. Can't you use your science to set them on fire? Maybe we'll use the femur to make a torch. I'm trying to think where else there's fire on the island. Okay, current operating guess is we gotta light the femur. Gotta like wrap it in something so we can blow that up. It's not through suicide. As with many things in life, suicide is not the answer. Nothing to get over this way. I'm just checking over on the east side of the island if there's anything I missed over here. Presumably that door stays open. I don't need to continue to have them hold open the door. I think I need to go this way to get back out to the other parts of the island that may or may not have fire in them. Maybe send one of my dudes down to grab the, so let me drop the corn. Let me check and see if there's an obvious fire near here.
When I get back to civilization, I'll be a chess wizard. Whoopee! I'm rescued.
Rescued.
Fire
Shut
this
up.
way.
Shut up.
We could send him down to recover the crackers, though, which we'll need for Parrot later. Oops. Okay, that door is now permanently open, so that's very convenient. I'm guessing one of the characters can create fire. There's been so many fire-related puzzles. It does feel really satisfying when you can use a character's special ability to negate a puzzle. That was a cool idea. Yeah, I'm sure there's maybe even toward the front of the island.
Three-hour tour.
Alright, so I've got the parrot on my shoulder. Don't yet know what benefit that affords me.
Who's a good dog?
You're the one who's the good dog. Can't jump in the water.
Knight takes D5. When you get that boat of yours to the other side of the island, give me a shout. And I'll join you for the big rescue.
Big rescue.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That lets me go to the other side. What is a parrot going to do for me that I can't do already? I haven't found any fire that I can safely interact with. Maybe I can use the parrot to pick up the femur and carry it into the lava. That seems really obtuse. But hey, it's an adventure game. It doesn't want to go in the cave. So that can't be the answer. I am willing to accept a clue. I have a femur, or if someone hasn't played this game before and just has a guess, that works too. I have a femur, a can of corn, a box of crackers that lets me command the loyalty of parrots. Which puts the parrot on my shoulder. He's unwilling to go into water and unwilling to go into caves. It's fine if you get in near the lava. I guess that's why they give you an infinite supply of them. Figured it would already be like dead zone if we got it that close. It would just blow up. Oh, it lights when you're close to the lava. Alright. I'm not gonna question it. Interesting. So how do I get it to roll further, then is the question. Can't, like, lubricate the path there. I can make a line of bombs that trigger each other. I don't get it to roll further. Okay, I understand. Because there's going to be another bomb down here now, right? Yeah. Figure out exactly where it stopped last time, though, so let me roll it one more time. So it stops in the conveyance spot just to the right of the little hexagon rock. So if we put one just left of there, it should make a chain reaction. Well, that'll have to be... I guess I can mark them for now. Range must be bigger than I think it is. Hopefully this is forgiving. Maybe it's even more forgiving than I think it is, and I can place this one here and have it be close enough. Fingers crossed. Let's give this a try. Hooray, forgiving game. Okay, I should be able to get the boat out of here now without him seeing. That's the whole point. Because if you drag the boat by him, he's like, oh, I want to come home with you.
We've got this, Marstead. Where? Ow. Where? First try.
The reason I didn't attempt that is it... I mean, would a fuse light if you brought it near lava? Like, is that how fuses work? I assumed I needed to, like, use the lava to obtain fire to light the fuse. Not that just, like, having it in a hot place would make it light. Gotcha. Alright, I get some vindication from that. I see where they were going with it, though. Maybe just that we want to bring this guy with us. Yes, yes, I know. Yeah. Piece of string to an explosive. That sucks. I got, like, crushed underneath the boat there.
Knight to C6.
Yeah, exactly. Spiky, that makes sense. Okay. Alright, game. I see how it is. Right. In retrospect, I see why they wanted us to do it that way. Because the femur threw me off. It's one of those where, like, if they limit your options, if they don't give you the crackers and the can, then you're like, huh, well, let me try pushing the barrel since there's clearly nothing else I could possibly do. I don't think it's wrong by any respect. There's probably a puzzle that I figured out right away that other folks have been completely stuck on for a different reason. We'll see if it'll let me steal his parrot to the next level. I think I need to lift it up, don't I? Yeah, I think so. That explains why this thing was even here in the first place. It didn't make much sense earlier. It didn't matter. As you can carry the corn. It's an interesting thing to think about, like the risks of adventure game puzzles, where you don't want it to be so obvious that it's trivial. You're kind of setting yourself up so that when someone figures it out on the first try, it feels really rewarding. How did you see us?
Got everything I need. Shove off any time.
I
This whole
knew he
time.
was going to be trouble. Right here in Island City. Trouble with a capital T, which rhymes with P, which stands for... Hermit. Okay, that didn't quite work. But he's still trouble. Trouble with a capital H, which stands for Hermit. Ha, there, much better.
Anyway, my point is, in order to get that adventure game catharsis where every now and then you get a puzzle that's super obscure, but you are on the same wavelength with the developer, you totally get it the first time, it feels really rewarding. I think you have to make puzzles that are gonna confuse most players, right? Because it's so worth it for the one player who just gets it. And they have that aha moment. Even if it's worth frustrating a bunch of your other player base that doesn't really understand where you're going with it, you know? Spanky. I assume Polly's gonna help me with getting this guy to leave. Maybe I can send the hermit off with like 2 others to get eaten by the sharks or something. We'll see.
You're really taking your sweet time, aren't you? Let's go. No more island. Time to leave.
Time to leave? Alright, so I've got a can of corn, I've got a femur, I've got a box of crackers with a parrot. Yeah, I'll take a hint on this one.
Off. The tide is going out, and I've got all my beloved.
Does it involve the items that I currently have? I don't think I want to get rid of the crackers just yet. Parrot, femur, and dog. Oh, sure. I didn't even think about the femur with the dog. Right. Yeah, good call, thank you. Let me just see if he'll follow me once I give this to him. Okay, so right idea. Back with the parrot. We had the first episode of Cooking with Marstead. It was that Persona 4 sequence, right? I have no idea what you want from the game. Yes, yes, it sucks to be you. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, that happened. I guess they have the little new Super Mario Brothers U like bubble mechanic in case you get stuck in the game world and glitch out, so you don't soft lock it. It's funny. All right. So if I'm understanding it correctly, Polly is learning how to bark like the dog, and we're going to use his barking to distract the hermit. That's pretty obscure. I don't think I would have guessed that. I guess they're trying to plant it. That would have been satisfying if I had guessed it.
I forgot my dog. You wait here and I'll be back in a flash. Don't leave without us. Spanky gets his own seat, so someone will need to swim.
I love that voice actor. I forget his name. So he's a really important character in Psychonauts. Probably just friends with Tim Schafer. Yep. Unicorn. That's how boats
I'm
work.
no lawyer,
Just
but
kinda funnel in
maritime
the right
law
seat.
clearly allows for the abandonment of annoying hermits. And really, the stranding of a lone hermit pales in comparison to what we've seen from these three so far.
That is the best line in the game so far. I love that.
Have been learned this evening. Maybe by
Maritime
you
law
and me,
clearly
but
calls for the
I
abandonment of
fear
annoying
not by
hermits.
them. Well, we shall see soon enough.
That right there is as close as I can come to like describing my style. What I find funny, just like really strange phrasing. That's why I like The Big Lebowski so much. It's full of little lines like that. Nihilism, fuck me. Say whatever you want about the tenets of National Socialism, dude. At least it's an ethos. Hey, don't tell me we're all the way back here. You're kidding me. This was the very beginning of the game. David K is his name. What else has he done? Because I can look him up on IMDb here in a second.
Well, you took long enough. I was going to send out the search party, but they're still looking for the last group. You didn't happen to run into an annoying clown, did you? That doesn't matter. We just got a new shipment of
Clown,
trinkets
robot,
that
and
should
pirate.
satisfy your every desire. But I can't give them to you without suitable replacements. So, take this giant novelty-sized key, again, and open the employee's back entrance. I'm sure you'll find some treasures worthy of the cave's gift shop. We close at 5, so you might want to get a move on it.
How much is the same? Nothing. Okay, perfect. Okay. I've never played Ratchet and Clank, but I've watched people play it before. It sounds familiar. I think it's the same. Interesting. The titular deuteragonist. Oh, that's delightful. Of course, there's lava now. The game's really pretty. I like the art style they went with in it. It looks good. Hey, look how happy he is. It's the miner guy. He's just having a grand old time in there. Doesn't have anything to say. Just joyous. Interesting. So we're getting a chance to like review a lot of the areas we've already visited. That's really interesting. Wonder if there's rewards. There's like those are the 3 things we need to replace at the front desk. Monster trophy. Okay. Cool. And there's got to be one more in here that we can still get, right? Box of crackers is clearly the final reward that we want to bring back. It's the dog. Perfect. Gold nugget, dog, monster trophy. A classic Trinity. He's a tiny doggo. Big old pupper. Because technically we haven't really been in the cave yet, right? We went through the employee entrance, so he never let us go through this way.
What a fabulous replacement trinket. Oh, that will do just fine. Taking the thing someone else desires most was a stroke of genius. You earned it.
Cool. Oh, I see. So when it was showing us what do they desire most, okay, I understand how it's going on in this game now. Gotcha. So we've seen that from their backstory that she wanted money, and that's what inspired her to do the wrong thing. He wanted the sword of being a real knight, and he wanted enlightenment.
Oh, that is very nice. I don't think
I thought it was just a coincidence that they had those 3
go.
things. But it's rightful owner, right?
Splendid. That will look nice on the shelf. After all, possession is 9/10 of the law. That other 1/10, you earned it.
What a thrill. Darkness and silence through the night. Should have done long hallway there. Rage boils over. He breaks something. The Dark Master. Interesting. He starts off young. It's the story of how he becomes a villain. Lack of harmony, rising anger, dream unfulfilled, rage boils over, dark master. That's pretty cool. Is that what the cave is all about? Because I'm pretty excited about that, if it's like how all these villains come to power. Almost to the What a Thrill scene in the Metal Gear Solid playthrough. In over his head. Death of a Kingdom. Okay, so it's not always villains necessarily, but bad things happen because he pretended to be a hero when he really wasn't. And he didn't save the day. Nice. We'll do long hallway for the last one here.
You know what that is? It's a long hallway. You know it's at the end, right? It's the boss. You ready?
Or not a boss. The boss being revelation about the character is real.
It's the long hallway at the end of the game. It's a trope, not a cliche. Judge the day. The boss is right this way. Can't let him slip away. Come and join me in the long hallway, hallway, hallway. It's the long hallway, hallway, hallway. The long hallway.
That's cool. Critical research, discovery, unlimited power, top prize in science, a multitude of offers, succumbing to greed, a richer source, the military's unlimited budget, unimaginable wealth, unlimited power. Only a slight downside for the rest of us. And points, I have to say, to the cave for having the scientist be female and doing the guy fan service, right? Like, it just needed to be equal opportunity. Especially moving against type there, too.
Well, you might think of this evening as a failure, but it was not. True, our friends did not learn the lessons they were meant to. They are destined to choose a path that can lead only to misery and disappointment. Not to mention a few lawsuits and possibly an embarrassing reality TV show. But I know you will leave here tonight with a new perspective on the choices to come. Someday, you yourself shall explore my mysterious depths. And when we meet again on that journey, I am confident you will make the right decisions. Because I am the cave.
Cool. So I was thinking beating it once would be my threshold for calling it beat. It's up to you. Oh, Ron Gilbert too. Didn't know Ron Gilbert was involved. That's cool. Ron Gilbert and Tim Schafer. Lisa, it's up to you. Do you want to do more stories with different characters, or do you want to do Mario Kart 8 and or Overwatch to clear out your remaining 45-ish minutes? Or do you want to bank that time? Any of those will work. You can do Overwatch. Yeah, because Ron Gilbert was the bigger influence over Tim Schafer. Interesting. Yeah, give me a few minutes to swap over to it. I definitely want to check out the other stories off stream. I'll play this with Andrea. I think she'd really enjoy this game. Robin Atkin Downs. Double Fine. Nice. Yeah, such an interesting cast of characters, too. I feel like this is a game that if they wanted to, they could make DLC for it and just add new characters, new stories that go through the same dungeon with different puzzle solutions. I guess they'd have to make it a whole level for them. Abduction babies. Lil Bean Clementine Schaefer. Oh, Cliffy B was a playtest here. Gears of War guy, right? It's cute. And Sega helped to publish it. Watch I. That new Ron Gilbert game is out now, isn't it? The Tumbleweed Park or something like that? It's like a Secret of Monkey Island style game. Thimbleweed Park, that's what it is. Oh man, Lisa. If you like The Cave, you gotta play Monkey Island, Psychonauts. I haven't played it, but Day of the Tentacle is supposed to be awesome. Without Zach McCracken, Maniac Mansion. Is Day of the Tentacle just LucasArts, or is that Ron Gilbert and Tim Schafer on the list? Fortunately, all the games I just listed are super short, so... That is the theme of this stream, the long list. It's LucasArts, but not them. Gotcha. Huh. I wonder how popular this game was in Japan. I wonder if it only got a Japanese localization because of it being published by Sega. That's really interesting. Thanks for playing. No problem, guys. Cool game. Japan already has Cave Story. You can't play this.
Welcome. Don't let my...
Cool, folks. I'll be back in a little bit with Overwatch. Let me just change some things on my end.